101.6.
Roger, shut down, and we copy 101.4 by 103.6. Roger out.
Right on time.
So after over 4 years, Ethereum finally breaks the $3,000 mark. And we can say exactly as we predicted, because if you did watch the show on Friday, I said that over the weekend, Ethereum is going to break the $3,000 mark. And it did. So what happens next? And what's the best trade for May? What do we do now to maximize the gains? Because remember that this is a once in a generation opportunity, and we've got to make sure that we traded super smart. And that is exactly what we're going to be focusing on today on both shows. On this show, how to trade, and on the next show, how to best position yourself to make life-changing gains and keep them in the month of May. So stay tuned for the whole show today. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Austin, and my name is Rand. And I come to you every single day, twice a day. And we bring you crypto love and crypto wisdom, and then we bring you amazing calls. I mean, our calls have been out of this world. I don't know if you guys have been watching our calls, both on Twitter and here. The calls have been amazing. I think people that have been following us on Twitter, at CryptoManRan or at Sheldon_Sniper, you guys are properly in the money. For those of you who are new and don't know how this channel works, well, this is a channel where we combine the best of technicals and the best of fundamentals. So we teach you how to invest, and we teach you how to trade. We teach you about market cycles. We teach you about what to buy, and then we tell you exactly based on the charts what the entry points are. So if you're new, welcome. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell button, and I'll tell you why. So we're a bunch of lunatics because we started this giveaway, which we called the Banter Bags. Okay, now, the reason why we're a bunch of lunatics is because we were going to just give you guys $10,000, and then we thought, $10,000, let's do something bigger than that. So we started to invest this $10,000 in pre-market allocations. And these bags, what we call the Banter Bags, have now absolutely exploded. And in fact, on the weekend, I added another allocation to the Banter Bags, which I'll tell you about in a second. So what are the Banter Bags? Well, we took $10,000, we invest them in pre-market allocations, and we wait for these pre-market allocations to come to market. Yeah, we've got you guys OCAN.5, we got you guys Refinable. Refinable did over 200x, which means that alone is $200,000 in the Banter Bags. And when we get to 250,000 subscribers, we're going to give the Banter Bags to you, the community. So as soon as we get 250,000 subscribers, we give the Banter Bags to the community. So first of all, I got you guys an allocation of DeFi this weekend, and that is the first Cardano launchpad, the first launch done on the Cardano launchpad called OCAM. So I got you guys $1,000 of that allocation, and let me tell you, that's going to be a big winner. So again, just filling up the Banter Bags. Now, we have picked 3 winners in the Banter Bags, and when we get to 250,000, we have to pick all 10. So let's see how we're doing in terms of, that is where we are in terms of subscribers. So if you haven't yet subscribed, there are, in 42,500 subscribers, we're going to give away the Banter Bags. Now, we are growing at about 5,000 subscribers per day, which means that in less than 8 days, those Banter Bags are going to change 10 people's lives, which also means that we better get a bloody move on because start giving these Banter Bags away because, I mean, you know, we've got a few days, 8 days to give away the Banter Bags. But don't worry, look, if you don't win, well, then there will be new Banter Bags after these Banter Bags. We also are putting up the terms and conditions on our website later today. So make sure that you understand the terms and conditions. In part of the terms and conditions, if you are in a jurisdiction where we cannot give you the Banter Bags because we'll be giving you securities or potentially giving you securities, there are terms and conditions, which means we'll just give you a cash offer for it and we'll just take it away from you so that you don't get the Banter Bag. So we are exploring all of these things to make sure that everybody can win, including the Americans, if we can comply with American law, and I think we can. So yeah, so that's the Banter Bags. If you're not a subscriber, well, watch the subscriber counter over here. Just hit that subscribe button. Let's watch this thing go up and up and up and up and up. Go. Let's get the numbers up. Let's get the numbers up. Let's get the number. Here we go. There we go. If you are watching and you're not a subscriber and you haven't liked, remember how to enter. Do nothing. subscribe, like, hit the bell button, share this content. When you share, you get 2 entries into the Banter Bags. That's it. That's all you have to do. Really, that's simple. Like, really, 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 that's simple. You know what else is simple? Making money in the month of May in crypto is simple. It's super simple. Like, seriously, guys, if you haven't been watching the show, and if you haven't been following my Twitter and Sheldon's Twitter, you're basically losing money. I mean, I gave you guys a few calls between last week and the weekend, which have done over 100%. I told you guys to buy Alien Worlds. Did you guys buy it? I said, buy Alien Worlds. Thank me later. It's gone over 100%. I told you guys yesterday, I discovered a new token called Impermax. I love this token. I love this token because I love what they do. We're going to be talking about that on my show later. But again, you would have done that. You would have made yourself 100% between yesterday and today. So follow us on Twitter because that's the easiest place to get it. Anyway, let's move on with today's show. And let's get into, of course, the big story of the weekend. And that is how ETH absolutely obliterated that $3,000 mark. We knew it would happen. The question is what happens next, because the past is the past, but we need to know what is happening next and how to trade it. And for that, I'm going to bring in the one, the only, Mr. Sheldon, the Snapper. Snapper, how are you, brother?
What's up, buddy? I'm good, and you?
What a weekend.
Crazy. Been awesome.
Sheldon, remember I funded that Binance account that you said you're going to show everybody how to trade, right? And I put like 90 grand into that account. Is that on $1 million yet?
It's on its way. It's on its way. Obviously, we had some of the unlucky ones like Theta and all of them. That's been taking a bit of time. But other than that, it's going very good. So I think if you want, Brian, I can open up the account tomorrow for us all and we can go through all of it.
Amazing. Let's do that. Sheldon, do you think people will still watch the show when the Banter Bags are finished? Like it feels like they're only here for the Banter Bags. So I'm worried when we give away the Banter Bags, that'll be like, that's it. Nobody watches the show anymore. We'll be doing live shows to like 1,000 people, you know?
You know what? To be honest, the Banter Bags are just the sprinkles on top. There's a whole set of, this is where the true action, because yes, the Banter Bags are great and it's going to change those lives, but also learning these skills and sticking those every day is going to change your life too. It's changed mine, and I'm sure it's changed yours, Rand, crypto and all of these things. So yes, they're great, but it's an extra on top. It's not where the true value actually comes through all of this. It's changed mine, and I'm
okay, so there are 9,500 people watching. There are 5,600 likes, which means there are 4,000 people who don't want the Banter Bags. I mean, believe it or not, there are 4,000 people who don't want free money. Although Olivier says that he's going to be here till the end of time. He's going to be loyal till the end of time. So yeah, we need more people like you, brother. We need more people like you. Sheldon.
What's up, buddy? And I think it's
just insane right now.
I think it's also important for people to know that we are going to continue to get better at what we do as well. So we are not going to stop until we have all retired. So I think let's get into it, Ryan. What do you think? Let's
Sheldon,
see where we're sitting.
I said on Friday, or Thursday or Friday, I said, Sheldon, ETH is breaking through 3,000 this weekend. And ETH broke through 3,000. And really what I wanted to do when ETH broke through 3,000 was I wanted to have a party with the Bitcoin maximalists to celebrate.
Yeah, that's brilliant. It's awesome that everything is starting to play out and we're starting to get that perfect picture. Obviously, we're starting to get a big acceleration in Ethereum at the moment. So it's really starting to now rally upwards, which means at some point we can have a small correction, shorter term correction, and then continue the next wave. Remember what we were saying last week, that we're expecting Ethereum to get to the 3,000, 3,300, then maybe a pullback to 2.9, and then to 3,800, then a pullback to 3.5, and then so you see how it's going to start doing these ladders where we make it up couple $100, we then have a small pullback. So there are going to be these short-term, like we had last week, these short-term small little pullbacks in between. But the main thing, we're rallying, and the important thing is, and I think since we have called it and since we went back on it, was the understanding of this BTC pair. This was huge that we broke out and we started to push strong. Let me just get my, there we go. Sure, it's actually working to the drawing I made on Friday. So we can see it's literally playing out.
How accurate you were on Friday. I mean, you can see what Sheldon drew on Friday and where what Ethereum is doing. Don't touch it. Don't delete it. Just leave it. I want to see how it plays out.
Okay. Okay, I'll leave that. So the importance of us that day that we said when we broke out that trend was massive. And we can start to see why now that Bitcoin, yes, Bitcoin's rallying, but Ethereum, this is only the first start, guys. Look how far we still have to make it for Ethereum to the push up. So we know that for the next month, we still have Bitcoin on Ethereum's side. So we know that even what we said previously about being in Ethereum, we're making Bitcoin. And I'm sure a lot of people, since we've started, there should be, sure, at least 30-40% up on your Bitcoin. If you just took it when we said jump to Ethereum, you would literally have 30-40% more Bitcoin than what you would have had just by sitting in Bitcoin or any other coins. So we can see clearly that Ethereum is really exploding. But to excite everyone is we are going to have small pullbacks with Ethereum, but smaller. Remember, Ethereum went from 1,800 to 3,000 or 3,200, 3,300, and then a small pullback to 2,900, and then this sort of thing. So I'll draw that up now with Ethereum to see where these small pullbacks are. The main thing is we're rallying, and it's going to get quite tough with Ethereum to sort of, because we got this in our head that we want to farm as well, that we want to take some profits now, then buy the dips. My opinion, we got in at such good entries and we've been holding at such a point. It's worth just riding this wave strongly, because the problem is with Ethereum, if you sell it at any point or sell a portion, then I just saw some guys that want to know where's a farming opportunity or where's these sort of things. And yes, it's there, but we got the entries. You know how hard it is to get an entry? And I think people are starting to learn that in the market. It's so hard to get an entry.
With Ethereum, don't mess with your Ethereum positions. This is not a trade in and out. This is a blue chip. Remember, this one, we married to this. Remember the whole marry me. We are married to Ethereum. Now, you know, with the marry me coins, you don't trade in and out. That's for the one night stands. That's for the date me coins. Ethereum is definitely part of our marry me coins. So we buy them and we hold them. They're keepers. They're loyal. There's no volatility. We just do that. You know who never made any more Bitcoin on their Bitcoin? I mean, our community would have made 40% more Bitcoin on their Bitcoin, right? But these guys, okay, Udi Wertheimer, Jimmy Song, Peter McCormack, who had this ETH BTC breaking down party. Now, you'll notice they had that ETH BTC breaking down party on the 24th of March, where the ETH BTC pair was at its absolute lowest. That's what happened since they had their party. So this weekend, I invited them to an ETH $3,000 party, but nobody came.
That's hilarious, eh? Well, I think we got a big party in our community because we are all in ETH. We should all be in ETH, definitely. So I think not to rally too long. The main thing is with ETH, guys, is this month is going to be a powerful month for Ethereum. I really think, especially with this backing of Bitcoin, I see us rallying all the way to the 86 cent. Yeah, I'll work that out for us. But if I see over here, just from where we are now, you know, we still got another 62% growth over Bitcoin. Okay, so we're going to obviously look at the two options of where Bitcoin can go. But if Bitcoin rallies up and we're still making 2% or 60% more Bitcoin in this time, just shows you how we're collecting a growing asset just by holding this coin. And another thing to think is it's only just getting started. Ethereum is only just getting started to move now. This is only a small leg compared to what have we been talking about, a bull run? That is a leg. That's exactly the leg that we are expecting to be coming through this year. And we're going to mark it and see as we go. So after looking at that big leg, and you can see only the little leg that we form now, Ethereum's only just getting going. Those motors are just getting warmed up. So
I'm saying that ETH's going to get to 0.1 on the BTC, which is about 100% from here on BTC. And I'm thinking that's going to happen 60 days.
I agree with you.
60 days.
I agree with you 100%.
60, 65 days from now, ETH goes to 0.1 BTC, which is where the last time I saw that was in 2017 or 2017. So that's where I say ETH goes. Let's move on and let's go to Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin is doing exactly what we predicted. We said between 50 and 60, between 55 and 60 is where it is today, which is why also doing so well. Yeah, Exactly.
No, beautifully. You know, we had this inverse head and shoulders that we were marking up last week. It played out beautifully. We broke out. Last night on Twitter, I was up quite late, and I saw basically this falling wedge that was forming. And I said, if we either break the support trend, we'll definitely come back to the 52 level, somewhere in that zone. But if we break resistance, I see us flying up to the 60 to the 62,000 level in that zone. And it was literally a few minutes after the call, we smashed straight through. I think it was after the daily close, we smashed straight through. So Bitcoin, big bullish intent that's still coming with Bitcoin right now. So to say that it's just going to rally right now, I don't think so. As we said, it's going to rally in this range between the 52,000 to 60,000 for a bit of time. We might extend now into the 60,000, 62,000 region. But the main thing that we need to know is dominance is falling, and we'll go through that now. Bitcoin is still rallying upwards. We're still holding, and we still keep breaking levels as we make our way up. Obviously, we still have the main reversal that we need for Bitcoin. So I still think Bitcoin won't just rally and go berserk just yet. Why? Because it's going to take away from the dominance. Remember, the dominance only just got going now. Ethereum only just got going now. If they just send Bitcoin to 70,000 now, it's going to take a lot of the stardom lights off of Ethereum and the alts, and then everything's going to become quite slow. So I still think that dominance needs to come down to the 40%. I'll get to that now. But the main thing is Bitcoin is trailing up. And I see it basically still sticking in this range. The first target I do see it get into now is between 60 and 62. And then a small pullback back to the 57, somewhere in that region. But I think that will only be in a day or two. So we'll update as we go. For now, Bitcoin is rallying. We're making higher highs. We've tested support now, and we're continuing upwards. So Bitcoin is looking really healthy. It's looking good. Just the key danger zone for Bitcoin is around the 48 to the 49,000. That's sort of support. So if we do come to those levels, it's just for stop loss purposes for any of the guys.
Bitcoin's not going there. Forget it.
But I agree with you 100%. It's just always, we just know. It's just so that everyone knows that is levels. Okay, so Bitcoin is on fire. What's happening with dominance? We sort of slowed down a little bit last night, but look at that. We are still rallying beautifully downwards. So I still see Bitcoin dominance making its way down to that 40 to the 43 area that we have spoken about. And if we have a look at higher time frames, the dominance is still trailing down massively. So let me just get rid. So I have tweeted these out as well, guys. If you want these charts, go have a look. The dominance and Bitcoin chart is on my Twitter, so you can have a look. But look how strong we are still accelerating downwards. So this dominance is not stopping. So it's showing that Ethereum time, it's all these coins time. The only thing is we needed Bitcoin to finally start rallying up a bit more. And now that we did, we're going to start to see a lot of the other altcoins start to wake up again. Because Bitcoin was so quiet last week, the alts were taking time, only selective alts were going, and we saw that the exchange alts were the ones that went off first. We had the Kucoin token. I saw that outperformed Binance in the last month, growth-wise, right? I'm not sure if you saw that.
Yes. We're going to be talking about that on the show later today. That's a big one.
So it's looking good. So the main thing is dominance is still falling out and we're trailing. And the only thing that we need on this dominance chart is that one resistance line. The day we break that resistance line is when we're going to have a small change in trend. And then we're going to turn a lot of the altcoins back into Bitcoin and we're going to ride Bitcoin's rally. So for now, it's altcoins. And when we do break that line, we will then shift a lot of altcoins into Bitcoin, ride the Bitcoin rally, and then go back into the alts when it's the next legs down. Yeah.
When I look at this, it looks to me like there might be another retest at resistance. You know, you always say there's going to be like 3 retests of the resistance. We've had one at the top, we've had a second, kind of a third. It looks to me like we're due for a retest on the resistance. Or am I reading it wrong?
There might be, and that might come in a few days. The only thing is we don't have any support here. So the thing is, I need a bounce point for me to know I'm going to go test my resistance again. And right now, we smashed the previous supports. So the bounce I see only comes once we hit that 43 or that 44 level. Then the bounce to go test resistance. And we'll see if we're either going to go lower again or if we're going to break resistance. But I don't see the bounce just yet because we've broken support. The only next levels we have are all the way down here. So there needs to be a reason to bounce and where we're going to bounce. This bounce that happened in this zone was off of these supports over here. Any of these bounces, that bounce was off that support over there. So any of them needs an area. And the fact, that's what we spoke about, the 50% mark was huge because that was the final support for this point over here. And the next ones now are only all the way down between 40 and 43. So yes, I'm expecting a bounce and a test on resistance, but not yet. We're not low enough for dominance yet. Once dominance gets to those levels, then. So I still see Ethereum, everything rallying crazy for the next week or so. And then we will have that dominance turn. And who knows, maybe that takes Bitcoin through the break of the all-time high, or it's a small test to the 50-something. We will have a look to see as we go. Right now, the markets are on fire and we're on point and everything's looking good. So Bitcoin's good, dominance is dropping, Ethereum is good, and obviously the Bitcoin to Ethereum is looking massive. Now, there is one. Did you get it, Ran? Did you get your Solana?
I haven't got enough. I got in at 43.50. And then again, you know what? Coin Bureau released a video about Solana this week, and then that screwed up everything because there I was patiently trying to accumulate, and bang.
It just went, yeah. So it hovered in the zone, which was good. Ran, whenever you see a 4-hour chart and you can see all these sort of small candles and these wicks everywhere, that's a great sign that we are starting to turn now, because it needs to calm down. When you see all of this, where we spread candles and then it starts getting these little wicks everywhere and it starts making these little candles, as you can see over here as well, then we start to get the strong push. So Solana is well on its way. I think it just broke through the all-time high. If that is, I think it is all-time high. Yeah. Where's it at 50?
No, I mean, you touch 50. This thing's about to go. This thing's about to go.
So Solana's on. And obviously what's nice about this is we've got such a beautiful trend upwards. You can just follow this trend for as long as Solana goes. We're not going to predict where it's going to go. We're just going to flow where it's going to go. And just remember the importance of a higher low every time. So we're making higher highs, we're making higher lows. Keep your stop loss under the previous lows. And that's it.
I'm never going to get my buy. I'm at that point now.
I'm going to try for you again, but I was telling you the whole of last week. Did you buy Solana? Did you buy Solana? Did you buy Solana? We will get it. We will get it. We'll get it. We'll get you back in and we'll get you strong. So Solana's well on points. A lot of the calls from last week are starting to break out nicely. Dent, a little bit of consolidation.
Watch Kucoin. This month. Kucoin's gonna break all-time highs.
Yeah, I mean, after all of that, I'm deleting that. That was a short-term scenario target point that we have. Now we can jump to the higher time frame ones. So we got a beautiful entry last week on that. We should be well off on 20-30% up on the Kucoin, the KCS token, and I see us rallying strong. So Kucoin tokens well on par. Just a quick update on this, and obviously I'm seeing us going to the $25 to $27 region. So I'm still seeing a 70-80% gain from Kucoin in this month, which is, so we are well on par and we are looking good with Kucoin. Good stop loss, $12 still, $11, somewhere in that region for the guys that are looking to put BNB.
BNB is going to Sheldon.
I agree with you.
Switch off the chart. Guys, you don't need a chart for this. BNB is going to 1,000. Next one.
Cool. So BNB is on points. It's going to 1,000. Houbi token. I hope the guys got that, because look at that rally. Boom. So we got this thing beautifully and we shot completely through.
I remember,
so this absolutely.
This is the one that shot right during our episode.
Look at that thing. It went berserk.
Incredible.
So it's crazy. So that's looking good. How are we looking on time there? Cool. That's looking good. Okay. And then the ones that I spoke on the weekend was DOT. So this is our Mary coins. Perfectly. We gave the bar zones, perfect drop in the zones and the pop out. So DOT is looking really good for the strong rally up to the 40, 50. We'll see as we go. For now, we got the main entry and we still have a good stop loss point in there. So DOT, beautiful. I still think, Rand, that we're going to start, now that Bitcoin has finally broken up there, but the nerves are going to calm a bit in the sort of just the space. And I see now your links, your dots, these are going to all start waking up again. So we know that dots obviously a Mary coin. We got that strong in there. So dots is looking good. And I think we're going to see really strong accelerations from DOT in this week. And my target is still $60 to $62 from DOT. So you can see how quick I actually see this coin starting to push upwards. One that's waking up also very nice, that we got a beautiful entry, beautiful drop in the box, and a shoot out was Link. Link is still good. What's your thoughts? Just to be, are you there, Ran? Yeah. Just to see what Chainlink, at $40, what's your opinion? Still in that way. It's a marry me coin. So it's just about, we're not selling these things, we're holding them through the run. It's just about getting these areas where to stock up your bags. But I think Chainlink is still a huge one that we got to stock up with our bags, definitely.
listen, for me, Chainlink is a $70 coin. I mean, if I want to be petty and try and decide whether I'm going to buy it at 38 or 40 or 36, it doesn't matter. It's going to $70, $80. And for me, you know me, I'm not a short-term trader. I don't have the time in the day to be trading in and out of these coins. So, for me, anything between 35 and 40, buy it. The amount of time that I would have to spend to try and get an entry, I might miss the entry like I did on Solana. I should have just bought. Man, just buy, forget about it. Okay. You pay 10% more. It doesn't matter because remember, this is a marry me coin. So you're going to be with this coin for life. So whether when Chainlink gets to 80, it doesn't matter whether you bought it for 37 or for 40. It really doesn't matter. You just buy it and that's it. But if you keep waiting and keep waiting and keep waiting, you're going to get Solana'd like I got Solana'd, where basically I just sat there waiting and waiting and waiting. And now I don't have my Solana and Solana is now running. And now do I buy it? I'm just gonna buy it, man. So yes, if you are trading, and especially if you're trading leverage, well then follow the charts. But for me, it's not about that. For me, I'm marrying these coins. I'm marrying these coins.
Yeah.
So this is
and I think to add to that strategy, Rand, is the marry me coins. Buy the damn dips. Because we get the dips all the time that come every week. Buy every dip you see where you've had a strong or a big red candle at any point like that. That's great buys. The only time, guys, that yes, it's a marry me coin. But don't go buy a marry me coin when the coin has done this and we are sitting somewhere up there. Don't go buy there. That's the only thing that I want to just get out there. Yeah. Buy it in these zones. Cool. So I think
before I want you to look at Quickswap because I want you to tell me what to do on a coin like that. As I said last week, I'm buying more Quickswap. So I bought it at $1,000. Everybody knows that.
Trading View.
It should be. It's called Quick.
Quickswap.
There it is. Quick.
That one.
There we go. Quickswap. That's the one.
Okay, cool.
So here's what I want to ask you. So you can see that it had a massive run. Okay, it went up to almost $2,000, and then it came back. So the question is whether now is a good time to start buying this thing again. So I'm buying it against the USD pair, and I bought it at 1,000. It went to 1,700. I obviously didn't sell anything because I'm not a trader. It came back down to 900, and now it's trading at about 1,100. Let me check how much it's trading at. Question is this the right time to be buying the rest of the bag?
The thing is, when after a pump like that, it's gonna hover here. So start laddering in definitely, but we're gonna hover here for a little while. It always calms down. I think this is actually a beautiful chart just to show someone here quickly, or show everyone here quick. Remember what we always said about the accumulation. Do you see how this build up makes a massive result? I think that's just a nice way to show that sideways is actually really good in the market. So Quickswap is good. The only thing that it's going to do over here is it's going to consolidate here for a while. So it's going to go a little bit sideways. So it's a good zone to buy. Why? Because it's hit support. We came down, we've tested. Now all that it's going to do is it's going to hover in the zone for a while. And then we're going to start making our way up again. So start to ladder in here, but keep some cash because this little zone may not look big, but it can go down to the low again that it made. So it can go up and down. And that's another 30%. So you're going to have the opportunity that we can come there. Just stock up in the zone. Ladder in. Just ladder in, ladder in. We're going to form a trend. We're going to form a sideways and get a resistance. And then the breakout will buy the rest. So ladder in definitely. I
want to just stop you for 1 second because I think we need to take a few seconds of our lives to actually congratulate ourselves and our community. And I'll tell you why. The biggest crypto community in the world is BitBoy. Okay, he's been doing it for years, got 900,000 subscribers, and he gets 13,000 people watching his live show. We now have 13,000 people watching our live show. We've got 210,000 subscribers, which means that our subscribers are the most loyal subscribers in the world. And that's not what we said. YouTube has actually told us that as a crypto channel, we have the most loyal subscribers. The percentage of our subscribers that watch every single show is the highest in the crypto web. So Sheldon, well done, my friend.
That's amazing, buddy.
5 viewers is an absolute feat. We've been doing this for 5 months, man. 5 months. Your show is 2 months old or a month old. I mean, let's just understand what's going on.
5-6 weeks, yeah.
And how fast this channel is exploding because of this amazing community that we have.
That's amazing, man. So I think as we close off, I think let's get into the new trades. So quick swap, sideways, ladder in there. It's going to take some time. So don't rush in there. Buy a little bit, but don't go crazy just yet. It's going to take some time there. So the main ones now, the one that's been taking some time in the zone is Theta. But there is great news, and I think we must maybe chat a little bit on it later. Or yeah, so
look at that accumulation.
Yeah, that's great.
Sideways.
Exactly. And all we had was a big fake out. So this was to sell. Remember, to get Theta at $7 was an absolute bargain. It was literally a great steal. And all they're going to do is create fear in the market. They're going to make you send it down. And they're buying your coins, because the sad thing is the retail was selling down there and not the whales. The whales were the ones that created the first big candles. There, they just buy up all the coins that you just panicked out of and you've just sold. So where we are with Theta is a good top-up zone, because we're about to break trend and we're about to have a strong push to the upward side. There's good news on it. I think the hype's going to start to kick in. And we're starting to...
They launched the NFT section, I think it was this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. And there was so much demand that, of course, what happens? The site crashed. I think that's good news and bad news. Bad news, the site crashed. Great news is that there's so much demand that they could never, ever, ever have anticipated such big demand. So good news and bad news. We'll cover that on the bigger show later on today. Yeah.
So for the guys that are looking for so we obviously just got the two. So where we are right now, $11 to $11.7. This is a great top-up zone, because this is where we're looking to have the strong breakout for push. I've set a smaller target for now. I have higher targets. This one between 15 and 16. So it's a 20-25% short-term trade for now, because I'm expecting us to push up, capture that liquidity, a little pullback, and we can move. But the main thing is danger zone is $10. We go under $10, we're then going to come back to the $8 region. So just under that region, just a stop loss sort of zone. If we get there,
buy at 11.30, put your stop loss in at $10, and Bob's your uncle. Your maximum downside, 10%. Your maximum upside, 50%.
Exactly. Even more, up to 100%, because I see the next target going to $21. So there we go. Simplified. Theta, quick one. Married, date me. What is it, Ran? What's your thought on Theta there?
You know what it is? I'm definitely dating Theta very, very, very seriously. I'm still not sure if this is one of those ones that lives in my house forever and has a toothbrush and all that. This is serious stuff. This is serious stuff. So, I mean, look, I do love the token. Don't get me wrong. I do love the token. This is another interesting token, Zilliqa. Very fast sharding blockchain. Very, very good technology. I'm not convinced about the adoption of this blockchain. I mean, I love the blockchain. I love the tech. Super fast technology. Sharding already implemented. ETH 2.0 type sharding implemented. I don't buy I just don't buy the adoption. I just don't buy the adoption. What are the charts saying?
Well, the chart's looking good for a push upwards. So I think let's put this under the date category, which means any coins in the date category means we must take some sort of profits along the journey. So same with Theta. When Theta gets to $17, $18, take some profits. Leave some for the longer run, but take some. So same with Zol. So where we're sitting with Zol, the chart is looking great. The support is looking good where we are. So 20 cents to 21 cents is a great top-up zone for Zol, with 19.5 cents as a stop loss territory. So it's simple. We make a lower low, we're then going to come to lower target. So it's minimal risk, 5-6% risk, which is great. But then we have the upside, which takes us to 26 cents, 27 cents, all the way to 28 to 30 cents in that mark. So we have up to a 50% gain that we can make. And obviously we're only looking at a 5-6% risk. So anywhere we are now, Zol is a buy for the day. It's looking good. It's looking strong to rally, and stop loss at 19.5 cents for the stop loss.
Guys, very important that you understand the strategy. The strategy says that at any one point, if you are disciplined, you can lose up to 10% in the trade, which means that to lose a lot is impossible. And you make 50-60% if you follow our strategy. So, okay, so let's say we lose one, we lose 10%, we lose another one, we lose 10%, we lose another one, we lose 10%. But the ones that go ride, we ride them and ride them and ride them, make 50-60%. So follow the strategy and don't get married. Don't get attached to your coins. I know Fred got attached to that Trias. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he exercised his stop loss and he's not yet. He says he's feeling a bit sick today. He'll be.
How did that coin do? I haven't even watched it.
Let's move on.
Okay, so Zol's
ping
good, guys.
Yeah.
So Zol and Theta, go for it.
I'm saying the biggest mistake you can make is buying a token and then when it goes down, being so attached that you're saying, I'm going to hold this thing a bit longer because I think it will actually eventually bounce. That's called marrying a one-night stand. You don't ever marry a one-night stand. You don't ever date a one-night stand. You slap her around. What did we say? We said, or the pay me by the hour. You say, whatever you want, it's yours. I'm easy, well fast, but I'll be gone after you pay me. Or, another one, slap me around, talk dirty to me, but make sure you don't cuddle me after midnight. Now, I think what Fred's doing with Trias, I think what's happening with Trias is that Fred's right now at home cuddling Trias. That's a big mistake. Don't let your short-term punts become members of your long-term portfolio, because then you will get a long-term portfolio that is full of shitcoins. And when the market comes down, and it will come down, it's going to come down, and it's going to come down very hard, you're going to be left with a portfolio of shitcoins. When the market comes down, you want to be holding DOT, you want to be holding Link, you want to be holding Cardano, you want to be holding Bitcoin, and you want to be holding Ethereum, and maybe one or two others.
100%. Remember, if you're choosing it for the long, it's like a relationship. You don't want to have shit along the line. You want to have a good, steady relationship. So don't choose the shitty coins for your longer term relationships. You're going to always have problems.
I want to see if we can do something we've never done before. I wanted to see. So Fred's at home, and Fred's not feeling great. Well, that's what he says. I think he's just cuddling Trias. That's what I think is happening. I'm going to bring his voice onto the stream. Let's see if we get a Fred. Fred.
Hey guys.
What's up, buddy?
Yes, bro.
What a treat. What a treat to join you. And by the way, everybody, please don't take granted too seriously. I'm not cuddling Trias.
Okay, so you traded.
I cut my losses early, part of them. I'm in profits. I took my original investment back, and the rest can stay for one.
Fred, listen, it's time to come to work, bro. We've got another show to get to work on, so it's time for you to get here, bro. We need you.
Okay, bro. I'll be there in half an hour.
Ciao, brother.
Shit, buddy.
Wow, the guys met Fred today. What a lucky day. What a big day. What a big day. What a big day. Sheldon.
Last one, Ran.
Last one.
For the day. Last one, and that's SuperFarm. So SuperFarm is looking really good chart-wise. We've broken out lovely, and we've got a good test in the zone. We've made the higher high. So SuperFarm is looking nice at anywhere between $2.4 to $2.7 is a great add-on zone for your SuperFarm bags. Is this still a dating form? What's your thoughts on that for longer-term views?
Again, I love Elio. I love SuperFarm. I love the token. I love what they're doing, but it's too early. It's too early. So we're still having dinners. We're not sure. Look, we love Elio. We love what they're doing. The reason why this coin is going up is because they've launched the SuperFarm launchpad, like the paid launchpad and the Polka Starter launchpad. And you know that when Elio gets involved in something, it's going to be amazing. And that's why everyone's buying the tokens, because they want to start getting the first SuperFarm launches. And I know of 2 SuperFarm launches. In fact, I can't mention it. I'm just scared that I'm breaking it. I know of 2, and all I'm saying to you is if you ever had intention of buying SuperFarm because you want to get into the SuperFarm launchpad, then do it. Sheldon, what do you say? See you later, bro.
See you later, buddy.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for all you do for us, for the community. Thank you for helping me get Solana, even though I didn't quite get it. I'll see you in a bit. Remember, guys, later on, we're going to be talking about alien worlds. I'm just going to show you guys this. So look here. This is the most used dApp, the biggest dApp in the world. It's actually used more than Uniswap, and it's used more than any other dApp in the entire world. And if you follow Uncle Run on Twitter, Uncle Run said to you guys at 25 cents, Uncle Run said to you guys, buy TLM and thank me later. And since then, you would have tripled your money on TLM. So today, you're going to find out why. And then Uncle Run told you last night that there's another token that you have to be looking at. Actually, I told you guys in the morning. And that token is called Impermax. I discovered a lot about what they do. I mean, I did discover this token before, but I actually learned what they do yesterday. And this is a game changer. And as I said it, the token's already doubled. Today, we're going to be looking on the main show whether this is actually a good token to get into at these prices. I mean, and whether there is a real value there. I think there is, but we'll talk about it on the show, and you guys can make your own decisions. Cool. And then remember, of course, we've got Gary V coming to Crypto Banter on the 5th of the 5th. You know, he keeps tweeting 5th of 5th, 2021. That's because he's coming on Banter on the 5th of the 5th, 2021. So, guys, so much to look forward to. Sheldon, see you again later, my brother.
Cheers, guys.
There's my friend. That is Sheldon the Sniper, and this sniper hasn't been getting very many wrong. Guys, if you're still here, one more time, smash the like, smash the subscribe. Join us if you're not a subscriber. We grew by 1,500 subscribers during the show. So if you're not in the banter bags, then you're going to miss out. I'll see you guys again later, 10 a.m. EST. Until then, trade well, my friends.
Crypto Banter is a social podcast for entertainment purposes only. All opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers should not be construed as financial advice. Views expressed by guests and hosts do not reflect the views of the station. Listeners are encouraged to do their own research.